Hi there, I'm Liz Gonzalez with Fox 26 News, where we are following breaking news this morning. The Department of Justice is suing the state of California, saying that the state violated Title IX. Those are protections in place that prohibit sex-based discrimination at schools that receive federal aid. In fact, this is the 24-page lawsuit that was filed this morning. The DOJ claims that the Department of Education here in California and the California Interscholastic Federation are discriminating against biological female student athletes by allowing transgender athletes to compete against them. I'll keep in mind, though, California does have a law on the books. It's been on the books for over a decade, allowing students to compete in sports and activities that are consistent with their gender identity. Again, this 24-page lawsuit names, not by name, but it mentions that there are 6 transgender athletes that have, in this case, violated, or that the state has allowed to violate Title IX. Most notably and most recently is A.B. Hernandez. A.B. Hernandez is the athlete out of Tujunga Valley who placed in the medals in 3 events at the California Interscholastic Federation Championships back in the month of May. In this case, high jump, long jump, and triple jump. The CIF even adopted new policies just before those championships, saying that if there was a female, whatever female it was that placed behind A.B. Hernandez, would be allowed to receive a medal in that same event as well. There is a lot of information that is still coming to our newsroom about this. We did reach out to the California Interscholastic Federation for reaction to this lawsuit. The CIF simply tells us no comment. It is still in the process of reviewing the lawsuit that was, again, just filed this morning. But this has been a very contentious issue that has gotten strong reactions, especially from the White House. President Trump earlier in the year did run on a campaign promise and delivered, signing an executive order that he actually titled the Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports Order. That was an order that he signed back in February, banning trans athletes from participating in women's sports. On the other hand, Governor Gavin Newsom has been a little bit trying to walk a delicate line there earlier in the year, saying that this was a very delicate issue for him because he says he's got 2 daughters and his wife who played soccer at Stanford, and that formed his thinking on the issue, saying that he does think the law needs to change. The law that was on the books, he says, was signed by his predecessor, in this case, Jerry Brown. Now, a lot of money is at stake when it comes to this issue. According to the lawsuit, it says that almost $4 billion in funding is at risk of being pulled, including discretionary and formula grants. Most school districts in California are actually funded by local tax-paying dollars, not so much federal monies, but there are a lot of rural, smaller school districts that do depend on those federal dollars for this. Now, state law, again, has been on the books for over a decade. So we will see where this winds up going. Earlier in the week, the State Department of Education said that it would not comply with the request from the federal government to abide by Title IX because it says that it's got laws that have been on the books for over a decade here in California. Now we're seeing that the DOJ did follow through with the threat of a lawsuit. Reactions still coming into our newsroom. We'll continue to work on this and bring you any updates on air and online.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.